name is Broughan. I'm a director of Coolock Dev Council, Northside Security Services. I'm a former city councillor for Coolock Artane and for Donaghmede Raheny, and a former Dáil deputy for Dublin North East and Dublin Bay North. In the early mid-1980s, the greater Coolock area had a lot of issues with high rates of unemployment, with lack of training opportunities, lack of education opportunities, with antisocial behaviour, and also a sense of great sadness following the Stardust tragedy of 1981, which really traumatised the whole area. So a number of organisations came forward to address the needs of our people, including the Coolock Law Centre, the Doris Bui Children's Organisation, the Northside Centre for the Unemployed, Glynn National College now, and in 1987 ourselves, Coolock Dev Council, when we were founded with a number of the leading directors at the time. I was the first chairperson, and Pat Daly of Donaghmede and Frank Fagan of Sutton were two of the other leading movers in that development. The St John Vianney National School, Boys National School, was then being merged with the girls' St Joseph's across the river, across our local river, and we were encouraged by the parish of St Joseph's to take over the St John Vianney building, and our mission was to try to create a community space, a space for local small business, for local NGOs, and in general a fulcrum for the local Coolock community. And over the next couple of decades, that's what we did successfully with the old school building. In 1991, a new chairperson came forward, which is Pádraig White, former director of IDA, who served us for almost a quarter of a century. And we also, of course, had the establishment of Northside Partnership, which is based here as our anchor tenant and provided a lot of training services for our people. We were asked then by FÁS and by the other government organisations to establish community employment, JI schemes to encourage local people, and many hundreds of people, of course, have passed through these buildings on this campus in relation to employment and training, and also the creation of jobs. In the late 90s, we ran out of space, and we began a major campaign supported by the local people, and also, of course, by local business, particularly in Malahide Road Industrial Estate and Clonshock Industrial Estate, and we eventually got support as well from Dublin City Council and from Enterprise Ireland, raised over €1 million in total from the local communities. The parishes we tended to focus on the parishes of Greater Coolock, which were Bonnybrook, Kilmore, Priorswood, Darndale, Coolock Village, Artane and Beaumont, and of course we built the Northside Enterprise Centre, in which I'm now sitting. So in subsequent years, of course, over the years, I think we've had something like 45 people from the local business community, from local resident association, and from other local organisations who've served as our directors, as voluntary directors. Most recently, of course, we've had Miss Noreen Byrne and also Miss Caroline Bergen, and our current chairperson, of course, is Mr. Dermot Everard, who is the Chief Executive of Printcom. We continue to be a fulcrum for the local community. We're now consulting all our community bodies, our resident association, the local councillors and Dáil deputies, people who've succeeded me in the public representative area. And again, our ambition is to rebuild, I think, the old school building, which is now past 60, 70 years old, and to provide again a focus for our local organisations. We're lucky, of course, here that besides Northside Partnership, we have St Michael's House, Doris Bui, Dublin City Council's civic offices, all on the same campus. And I think one of the interesting proposals that's been put forward so far is that we would also have maybe an art space, an area where we could have events for the local community, as well as our traditional role of helping small businesses to start. So I look forward to the next 30, 40 years of this organisation serving the people of Greater Coolock and Dublin Bay North.